What's good, everyone? Welcome to a special episode of the Web3 Experience. Today I'm here with WESGHOST to talk about his involvement in music NFTs, his journey into A Kid Called Beast, and being a community member, strong community member there. So discuss your journey into music, what inspired you to get involved, and that transition into Web3.
I've been in music for a while, and I was releasing music in Web2 for years. And when I got into Web3, every time I go to a studio, people would be like, yo, you got to check out NFTs, you got to get into Web3. And eventually I started, buying my first few projects. Being that I do music full time, I wanted to find a way to participate in the space authentically to me, and that was through music. So I started making anthems for different projects. I've made anthems for like Quirkies, Alien Friends, Kid Called Beast, DJ Tunes, Killer Bears, all these different projects. So I built for like a year and a half just making anthems, and eventually I was like, I want to participate even more. So I dropped my first music NFT on sound.xyz like 2.5 weeks ago. Nice. And the communities that I made music with, they supported the fuck out of it, man. So I'm blessed to be here, blessed to be a part of the space, And
honestly, I'm curious, those different collaborations you did with projects, were they free? Were you just trying to get, okay, so I wanted you to touch on that because it's almost giving somebody free promo and an ability to jump into that community and capture that social presence. So talk about how you leverage that opportunity to use your music, your skills, to jump into these communities, build your presence up, and then now you have a product and a community that supports you to purchase it.
I wanted to come in this space with the right intention. I didn't want to come in I write and produce for many artists in LA, but I didn't want to come in and be like, hey, I'll make you a track for this amount of money. I really just wanted to give a soundtrack to these communities and art that I fucked with and people that I fucked with. I wanted to give them something to vibe to. As a song was minting or a project was revealing, I wanted them to have an anthem to vibe to. So it worked out. It wasn't part of the plan or anything, but it kind of worked out, just doing that out of love. In return, when I did drop my first music NFT, a lot of these communities just fucked with me. You know what I'm saying? So it's nice. I feel like, the space can be very transactional sometimes. People want something out of it, and I feel like if you're committed to building and you're committed to connecting and networking with people, it opens way more doors than coming out the gate trying to charge something for it. You know what I'm saying? So it's been a blessing in disguise.
As an experienced Web2 musician transferring into Web3. For artists that may not understand the value in digitizing their art, creating a digital presence, and getting involved in Web3, what's the value add in that, and how can they do that responsibly?
So, like I was saying in the beginning, I dropped a lot of music on Web2, and I have, on my other artist page, I have 500,000 people that listen to me on Spotify, but I can't talk to a single one of them. So I feel like for any artists that are listening or tuning into this, the beautiful thing about putting your music on the blockchain is you can actually connect with the people that are collecting your music and your audience. You can actually, I just opened up a Discord after I did my first drop, and I'm hanging out with the people that are listening to my music. It's not just a passive person streaming it. You never talk to them. You can't build with them. When you put your music on the blockchain, you can actually reach out to those people and build something beautiful with them. So the difference between Web2 and Web3 is just visibility with your audience. I think that's a beautiful thing. You find ways to provide value to your holders, whether it's in real life stuff or performances or merch. You have a direct line of access to them versus Web2. Spotify doesn't have a way where you can actually see who those people that are listening, and that's the one downfall about it. You might have a big number of people listening, but you can't actually reach those people. So I think Web3 is the future, honestly. It was a great experience dropping my first music NFT. I think it's the number 5 most minted music NFT out there, which is crazy. Got written up by Billboard and everything, so it's making waves, man. And the best part about it is I can actually build with those people now. Now I have a community of people that are really rocking with it from the ground up.
A lot of people like to flex on, hey, I knew this artist first, I knew him first, but there's no verifiability of it, right? So now with a blockchain, you're able to see who your earlier supporters were, who bought that song, who minted it, who supported me first, and then when things start going good your way and they were supporting you, then you can reward them back easily, bro. You see their wallet address, you just drop them, a piece of art, a piece of utility, come fly them out to LA, come do a studio session. So many different utility-driven factors. And the community, that amplifying that social connection with your audience is the most important thing that many musicians don't have the ability to. I appreciate you, talking about this. You have any other words?
Nah, man. My name is WESGHOST, WES Ghost, and pleasure to be here, man. I'm ready to tear it up. I'm performing it a little later.
Let's get it.